Hey, how you doing? Thanks for tuning in. I wanted to film this recipe in time for the holidays, and some of the ladies had it last week and were asking for the recipe. And this is a modified version. So this is a ube dulce de leche. So the way that it's modified is I added ube extract to put some Filipino flair into it. So it's really a Latin American cookie, and it's called alfajores. So the original recipe is a recipe that I'm gonna give you minus the ube extract. So the ube extract just adds a little bit more flavor, a little bit of that Filipino flair, and it's also a really pretty cookie because it's so purple. So let's get to the recipe. So 1 cup of butter. So here is my butter that I usually use here, and this is from Costco, salted sweet cream butter. It never fails me. So when this runs out, I kind of panic, especially during the holidays. So I kind of grab as much as I could so I can make my holiday cookies. So I am stocked up on this one. So 1 cup of this, okay? This is a star ingredient right here. Ube flavor by McCormick. This is the extract, and it is a deep purple, and you'll see how much of a difference it makes in the appearance, and it ups the taste of the cookie. All right, so 2 teaspoons of this, okay? So 2 teaspoons of this lovely stuff right here. Okay, we already talked about the butter. 2 cups of flour. So here is my house flour right here. 1/2 cup of sugar, my house sugar right here. Another star ingredient. I found this at my local grocers, and this is 1 jar of dulce de leche. So this is what it is. Authentic dulce de leche milk-based caramel by Nestle La Lechera La Original desde 1910. Anyways, but that's what it is, and you could kind of, I used some earlier, but I have another bottle that I'm going to use to finish up this recipe. So 1 jar of dulce de leche, and then of course powdered sugar for frosting, making it even prettier. So the softer cookie is about 10 minutes that I cook. A crispier cookie is about 15 minutes at 350. So both at 350, but 10 minutes for a softer cookie, and crispy is at 15 minutes. The original one is a cross between soft and crispy. It's so hard to get it exactly the way you want it, but those are just some guidelines, and every oven is different. So I actually, since I cooked this last week, there's a treat. You get to actually see it before it's made. So it kind of makes you want to make it. So I'm going to show you the original one. Okay, so this is the original dulce de leche. Okay, and then you can see a little bit of the caramel. Let me open it up for you. There's a caramel in there. Okay, it's stuck, but you can see it right there. Really close-up picture. And then here is my modified one with the ube extract, and it is still sitting really pretty. So this is about 5 days old, and I had one yesterday and it kept. So I'm gonna recommend that if you have to make in advance, no more than 5 days, okay? So it's 5 days old, about 7-degree temp, and covered in Tupperware or something. Okay, so let's get a really close up of that one. So I stuffed this a lot, there you go, with dulce de leche. All right, so let's get to the recipe. Okay, I got my there, and then I get my mixing bowl. All right, so I'll bring it down and I'll start working on it. Okay, so I'm gonna go for the butter because the butter's at room temperature. And I'm gonna go ahead, since it's soft, this is the part that will make a difference. I'm gonna go ahead and put the extract into the butter. It really, really helps mix it in well. Okay, so this is room temperature butter. Okay. Then I'm going to put my 2 teaspoons into the butter. It really, really helps when you do this. 2 teaspoons ube extract into the butter. Okay. And take my glove and mix it around. Okay, and it's pretty deep purple, and it smells so good. So I'm going to show you what it looks like up close. This is 1 cup of butter with 2 teaspoons of ube extract. Okay, so I got that mixed in really, really well. So now I'm going to go ahead and put in the 2 cups of flour. Got to get that in. So we're halfway through the ingredients. So it's just 2 cups of flour and 1/2 cup of sugar, and that's it. That's it for right now. So 1, 2 cups of flour, and then 1/2 cup of sugar. There you go. And that is the batter right there. 2 teaspoons of ube, 1 cup of butter, 2 cups of flour, and 1/2 cup of sugar. So it's a simplified recipe, and I think it's like the taste is like a cross between a sugar cookie and a shortbread cookie, and that's what makes it so yummy. Okay, so here we go. Yes, you could do it by hand this way, make it simple, or you can put it in a stand-up mixer, or you can do a hand mixer with prongs. It's really up to you. But let's just do it the old-fashioned way. is coming along well. Just a few more mixing. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to make it simple for us. I'm going to take a standard size dough ball like this, okay, and I'm going to mix it. I'm going to make it really, really round, just like this. Okay, so I'm going to use this as a standard size dough ball. So do a whole bunch, make it smooth. The thing about these sandwich cookies is you gotta get them to kind of be the same size and shape. So we are gonna be using a cookie cutter to help us. But this is kind of the way that I want to just make them into a ball first. Okay, so you're getting the idea, I'm sure. There you go. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I'll continue the rest off camera, but I wanted to show you what I was doing here. So the next move, go ahead and spray the pan, and we're going to do the cookie cutter business. Okay, so I'm going to take the ball, I'm going to smash it into the pan, kind of like right there. Smash it in. I'm going to take my cookie cutter right here, and this is a size of about that. That looks like maybe the size of, like in comparison, like an end of a butter spray can, okay? So I'm going to take this and I'm going to cut it down with this cookie cutter. Just like that. And that seems to work for me. Okay, so we're going to do it again. Take my cookie cutter, cut it so it's nice and clean edges. So they seem like they're about the same thickness, and that's what I wanted to accomplish, because when they're in a sandwich, you want them kind of like looking really pretty with the same thickness, like you spent a lot of time on them. Okay, smashing it down. Okay, I have 6 pieces now. And just as a disclaimer, cookies are always imperfect. It is very hard to make the perfect cookie always. You just do the best you can, and that goes for even chocolate chip cookies and even sugar cookies. Believe it or not, are can be temperamental too, and that is the easiest ingredient cookie, the sugar cookie. But I've noticed through the years that a sugar cookie could be temperamental based on the oven, based on the time that you put it in, based on the taste buds that who you're trying to cook it for. Okay, so I'm just cleaning up the edges so they don't get tied up with the cookie or make the pan burn more than it's supposed to. All right, that was fun. But anyways, here you go. Here is the mold for the ube dulce de leche cookie. So here they are. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna continue to roll the rest and put in the oven at 350, preheated at 350. And I'm gonna do 10 minutes. 10 minutes is about what I like. Not too soft, but not too crunchy. And it holds well. It holds you saw that I had a finished one. It holds the dulce de leche well. But you just have to know your oven. That's why I kind of give it up to 15 minutes. And sometimes people love their cookies crunchy. So that's where that's kind of that leeway of 15 minutes at 350. But anyways, I'll see you back when this is all done. And then we will stuff the cookies together with the dulce de leche. So you saw me roll those up, flatten them out, and then use a cookie cutter to make them even more round. And I went ahead and put it in the preheated oven at 350. And this particular time it was kind of strange, but my oven was acting a funny. So it took about 12 minutes to get it to the kind of crispy but soft on the inside texture that I wanted. So 12 minutes on that one. That's why it's so important for me to my viewers that I kind of give a good range of these cookies so that they're not undercooked and they're not overcooked. All right, so I'm excited to show you. So here are the shells. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 24 shells. That means I can make about 12 sandwich cookies. So I'm going to give you a close-up of the shells here. And the bottom here is just slightly brown, not super brown, because if it's super brown, then it's going to discolor the top of the shell. And then I know that it's going to be overly crispy. So just lightly browned. So this one is lightly browned at the bottom. This one's a nice one. It's a smooth top and lightly browned. Here is another nice one with a smooth top and a light brown. So let's get to filling these. So what you will need is you will need a plastic bag, okay? And then you will need your Nestle La Lechera dulce de leche can. So let me grab a spoon real quick and I'll show you how we do it. I kind of know how much we need. So this is a full can. So I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna make these cookies stick because you'll see what I'm gonna do with them. But I am going to have to go ahead and take half the can with the spoon. And then here is my plastic bag. I'm gonna take that whole scoop and put it into the corner of the bag. So you see it's going into the corner. I'm gonna squeeze my spoon tight, get all the caramel off, and then I'm gonna try to tighten the top of the bag here. It's gonna be like a pipette. So this is just a easy pipette, meaning like just get your plastic bag and don't worry about the fancy stuff. We're not fancy here. This is a home-based cooking show. But so you have it all here in this corner, and then you just take your scissors and kind of cut the corner. Okay, so I'm gonna put this plastic away so it doesn't end up in my cookie. But anyways, here we go. So I'm squeezing it even more. Then I'll bring a cookie right up to the camera here. Okay, so I'm just gonna keep filling these cookies up. So pay attention because it's gonna go fast. So here it goes. There you go. You see the caramel on top there? I'm just gonna squeeze the top on top. All right. I'm just gonna keep going. I'm not gonna stop. There you go. And this method works very well. And it's disposable, not like the other ones where you have to thoroughly wash them and dry them. This is just a simple Ziploc bag. All right, almost done here. So if you miss it, just hit rewind. All right. Okay. So here you go. We got it in the inside there. The dulce de leche. I'm gonna squeeze just a little bit. All right, and here it is. Here's the second one. Squeeze just a little bit. There you go. So you got the gist. It's so easy just to squeeze them into the middle. So I taught you that little trick. Now I'm gonna dress them. So I'm gonna do half of them in powdered sugar, and then the other half I'm gonna be doing in powdered sugar and rolling them in coconut. So you'll see. So I got my powdered sugar here. Gonna go ahead and put some powdered sugar over the top, make it look really, really pretty. Okay, and you know what's really cute, with the extra pieces that I had, I made these tiny itty bitty ones. Isn't that cute? Just for the fun of it. So I'm just gonna put some powdered sugar on the top of those. I don't think I can roll those in coconut. Okay, so here is the other optional ingredient, just shredded coconut from your local grocers, shredded sweetened coconut. And these are held at room temperature. You don't have to put them in the fridge, but once I open them, I put them in the fridge. So this is what we're gonna do. I didn't do this with my last cookies, so wish us luck that it works out with this one. So I'm gonna take my dulce de leche cookies and roll them in the coconut. Let's see how this works. Okay, so maybe not just rolling, maybe you have to add, cheat a little bit and add it to the side. There you go. Okay, let me see if I can get another one. Okay, the objective was to roll it, but that ain't working out, so we're just gonna sprinkle the inside with it. There you go. And it seems to be sticking, which is good. Okay, let's do one more. These are really fancy cookies. Oh my gosh. I don't know if you'd want to eat them because they're so fancy looking, but they punch a lot of flavor in it. With the ube, all the butter, the caramel. Definitely something that you would want to invest some time in. Your family will think you spent a million hours doing this, but you saw how easy it was for me to just take that basic recipe, add the ube, roll it, shape it, and just let it cook. And then you saw me out with the shells and how I'm putting it together. So I'm going to show you the final product here. All right, here you go. And I love my little mom's corner here to talk about the end of the recipe. No one bothers me over here in my little corner. All right, so here's the final products. Doesn't that look delicious? So you got that caramel peeking out the side there. Okay, here's a really good close-up. Let me see if I can, there you go. It's a really, really nice close-up. Details of what's inside. Okay, so let's look at some without the coconut. There you go. All right. And let's look at my teenies. These are so cute. I think I'll just save these for myself so I could get a bite and not have to eat the whole cookie. Okay. And one more, just because. Doesn't that look delicious? So delicious. And even if you let these sit out for a day or 2 or 3, they'll still be good. I wouldn't suggest more than 5 days. And I kind of wouldn't really suggest putting it in the refrigerator either, because it might harden up, and then to put in the microwave to loosen it up might lose kind of the texture. So no more than 5 days in a like 70 degree house. Anything higher than 70 degrees might just melt it to death. So definitely try this out. Your family and friends will love it. They will think that you went to the ends of the earth to get the ingredients, but all the ingredients are so easy to get. All right, take care. Let me know how it goes for you when you try it. Bye-bye.